Hello friends, this is my very first attempt at monologuing. I don't know how this will go through. The main issue which I face here is that the audio recording of my camera is not that good. Uh, my helmet cam does not have a dedicated mic input, and its inbuilt microphone is very noisy, so I can't use the audio from the camera for vlogging. So what I'm doing now is that I'm recording the audio separately using a mobile phone, and I plan to mix this when I upload the video finally. So the topic of discussion which I planned is whether to buy a Royal Enfield bike nowadays or not, or rather the reasons for and against buying a Royal Enfield motorbike. So when I booked my first Royal Enfield, first because this is not the one I booked initially, I was also skeptical because if you read online, there is a lot of online reviews which are negative regarding Royal Enfield bikes. So the main issue is regarding quality. You hear a lot of stories of unsatisfied Royal Enfield customers, and mainly how the service centers treat the customers. There is some truth to it, but it's not completely true, because for me it's almost a year since owning this bike, and luckily I've not faced any major issues, but I did face one. Just before my fourth free service, my battery died and they replaced it. Within a day. I was afraid that the bike would be stuck at the service station for a week or so, but luckily they could replace and get a new outside battery within a day. That was good, but it's not good that the battery, which is less than a year, had to drain out. So the bike requires a lot of care. A Royal Enfield bike is not something which you can abuse and use without any proper maintenance. This is one of the bikes which needs love, and it will love you back if taken good care of. And it's one of those bikes which is a best, which is a good commuter as well as a tourer. But if you are looking for a bike solely for commuting or touring, there are a lot of other alternatives. For example, if you're going touring, quality is one of your main requirements. You don't want to carry a lot of tools and spare tires and tubes while going for long rides. And if you are looking solely at commuting, that is within city, then you would like a bike which is more sort of agile, which can get you from point A to B quickly, and which is also lightweight. This bike is close to 200 kilograms, so pushing it into a parking spot and getting it back, that's all not that great. Another thing is the bike is said to have got electrical. There's a lot of wires you can see, and the harnessing is not that good. The wires at some points are not properly insulated. So I am really afraid to leave this bike in rain. So I always make sure that I park it in the shade, There are people who I know who own Royal Enfield bikes and who don't have covered parking in in the companies where they work. So what they do is they carry around a rain cover and use it during the rainy season. Uh, so compared to the Hondas, Yamahas, and Bajaj, those bikes are certainly ahead in quality. You don't worry much about quality and quality issues and the bike breaking down during long rides with those. But with Royal Enfield, you always have that, you know, moment of uncertainty. But that adds to the adventure, doesn't it? The main reason why I booked a Royal Enfield bike is that I wanted a comfortable ride. So, in case, I mean, for in pothole balls, this bike fares very well. This has good suspension, and its weight also adds to the comfort. Another reason for buying this bike is that there is a lot of aftermarket accessories. Uh, you can really customize this bike and make it your own. Everything from handlebar, mirrors, uh, the crash guard, everything, especially the silencer, the exhaust, everything can be replaced with aftermarket ones. There are good quality ones as well as cheap ones. So that's one aspect. And another one reason for buying this bike is that this is one of those few bikes in the country which gives very good pillion comfort. Because most bikes, especially the sports bikes, don't offer much comfort for the pillion rider. But this is not the case. This is this has excellent seats for both the rider and the pillion. So if you want to take your family with you, I mean your wife and your kid, maybe riding the kid in the front is not recommended. But still, if you want to take uh, your family once in a while to ride for a small ride, this does that. Also, if you go shopping and if you want to buy groceries and stuff like that, this bike has hooking points where you can hang them, and it also has a lot of what do you call it? There is a lot of luggage boxes which you can buy for this bike, or soft saddlebags. So even though there is some aspects of quality, there are a lot of positives for this bike, and that is the reason why Royal Enfield has been a very success story in the last few years. All right, here we have it. But I have run this bike in stock condition. I have not changed anything. I like the handlebar the way it is. I like the stock exhaust too. I don't want it to be too loud. Maybe for slow rides, the loud exhaust will be good. But if you're going in speed, above 60, it won't sound that good. So I guess that's it.